quick 16, so I had to show them who's the real queen. Sat down on my MPC just to bless y'all with this beat. So CEO, off of the top of the dome, and now all these niggas won't leave me alone, cause I'm just spitting bars into my phone. Honey, I'm monetized, that means I get paid. Every time someone throws shade, that's just a rainy day. And I'm just doing things my way, so CEO, creating nothing but possibilities while I stay hating, slicing and dicing, just making these niggas so mad. Sitting there wondering how can they just get in this bag. I am so dope, who really wants all of this smoke? It's murder she wrote, I let them all stay hurt while I flood the feeds with my merch and the podcast that came first. Counting this money, make sure you like and subscribe.
What is goody? All right, everybody. All right. We made it. We are here. It is the 20th of September, and this is the Minx Show. Okay, so I just wanted to first give a huge shout out to Mr. Smooth Producer Midnight. It is his birthday today. And he is also a Patreon member. And I just wanted to, I ain't going to sing happy birthday. I told him I ain't doing the Marilyn Monroe thing. But I definitely want to give you, the props you deserve for being one of the best producers out here that I've heard. And, I'm actually going to start the show with his song, being that he's a loyal follower. He is just such a great person. I love politicking with him, and I just want to get the show started right. So he actually sent over some heat before I actually got onto the show. I was like, I got to bless the platform. So I'm going to get his song on, and then we're going to get the show started. So make sure you guys, share the stream and share the broadcast. Tap in, get everybody to tap in. I got a lot of stuff to talk about that is music related. Okay, so, it's just very important that we get as many people in the live as possible, not just to have a shameless plug or anything, but, there's a lot of things that went down and we got to talk about it. All right, so again, happy birthday to Smooth Producer Midnight, and I'm about to get his track on. Here we go. It's downloading. He sent these to me right off the presses. Right off of the presses. Give me 1 minute. What the hell? Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. This message is downloading. Okay. It's downloading. Because for some reason, it seems like after Apple rolled out an update, they are bricking our phones. But that's going to be another discussion. So here we go. Smooth Producer Midnight.
Can't say nothing now till you through to me. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. Yeah, the line's been crossed. Can't say nothing now till you through to me. Guess what? You just gon' have to deal with me. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. Yeah, the line's been crossed. Can't say nothing now till you through to me. Guess what? You just gon' have to deal with me. The line's been crossed. Yeah, the line's been crossed. Some lives been lost. Hey, some lives been lost. He paid the cost. Yeah, he paid the cost. Now he's the boss. Now he that man. He gave it up for the team. Squad. He gave it up for the dream. The dream. Guess the dream ain't what it seems. I guess it all just was a dream. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. Yeah, the line's been crossed. Can't say nothing now till you through to me. Guess what? You just gon' have to deal with me. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. Yeah, the line's been crossed. Can't say nothing now till you through to me. Guess what? You just gon' have to deal with me. Bounce back. Yeah, just like that. Nothing standing in the way. It's like that. Come right back. Didn't expect that. Haters in the way. Tell them to bite that. Then be right back. Yeah, they gon' tell. Start spreading lies like, yeah, he just failed. That means he frail. Is he so weak that he tuck tails? Within these streets, nah, never that. You had to regroup. Going solo, yes, it had to be you. They'll never know it, they'll never see it. It's hard to turn doubters into believers, so believe in self. Just believe in yourself. That is the wealth. You know that's the wealth. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And see the wealth. You gon' see that bread. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. Yeah, the line's been crossed. Can't say nothing now to get through to me. Guess what? You just gon' have to deal with me. Yep. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. Yeah, the line's been crossed. Can't say nothing now to get through to me. Nope.
Yeah. Those lines have been crossed. Those lines have been crossed. Mind you, he just got out the lab. He just got out the lab and blessed the platform. So I was really excited about that, 100%. So thank you. Again, Smooth Producer Midnight, thank you so much for that submission. You know, you always, you always seem to surprise me. Always. So again, New Music Friday. This is the Minx Show podcast. To those of you that are just tuning in, those of you that are just sharing the live, just share it, share it, share it. Got a lot of stuff, okay? And also, to be more organized, because I critique myself a lot with this show. And, I wanted to make sure that I had all my bases covered. So I don't want to keep going off topic, that even when I listen to my playback, I'm like, damn, bitch, can you get to the point? And it's me, I'm my own toughest critic. So this season 4, episode 2, this is called Etiquette. And the reason why I call this Etiquette is because there's a lot of people that are artists, singers, producers, radio people, DJs, promoters, they just don't have the proper etiquette when, they're dealing with people. So basically, shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Let me see. Nobody heard the full version but this show. Of course, Mr. Smooth Producer Midnight. Of course, you dropping them exclusives on us. Thank you. I didn't set up my bombs yet. I'm going to set it up on when I premiere video today. So let's get started. There was a lot of stuff going on this week. I want to first start with my Patreon discussions, okay? Because a lot of people have been sending me messages and asking me, how do you become a member? Why should I become a member? Let me just give you a quick synopsis, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. Another friend of mine who I was like, are you really my friend? Said to me that I was plugging into Patreon way too much, and I kind of just told him to go, either you know what. Why am I plugging this Patreon so hard? We all know that social media, they are restricting posts. They are not allowing everybody to see based on the algorithm changes. And I just wanted to make sure that I had an outlet where I can actually talk to you guys and post up my stories and my research and things without having to wonder if everybody is seeing it. So why not be a member? And anybody else that wants to, get on my case about it, I talk about a lot of important things in my Patreon. And the people that are, I have 4 Patreon members still. So I'm happy because my platform every day, you can ask the people that are my Patreons what I post up like on maybe once every 2 days, but it's all thorough shit. Shout out to Black Sandcastle, my homie. He'll tell you, every day, I'm posting up new shit. So this is how this is going to work. Okay, because I get DMs and everything all the time asking me for jewels, and here's how this is going to work. If you're a Patreon member, you're going to get exposed to the content of my research way before the podcast. So my Patreon members are getting a head start on services and things that are available to help better promote yourself and push yourself as an artist. So, there's no, I ain't trying to scam nobody. I ain't trying to take your money. But again, I do a lot of research, and if I'm going to be giving away free information like I have been doing for the first 3 seasons, now it's time to, I want to separate the artists that are thinking about being serious from the ones that really are. So the ones that really are fucking with the platform. So I really do appreciate you guys still rocking with it. And, I hope to keep you guys as long-term members. Okay, so one of the important things that I talked about in this week was about mailing lists. If you guys, let me see. I was gonna say if you guys head over to the Patreon, but I'm supposed to have all this shit set up, right? So let's take a look over at the Patreon. So with the Patreon page, I'm gonna show you a couple of articles that I actually posted this week that you guys missed out on if you didn't sign up. All right, so here's what we were discussing this week. Okay, so one of the things we were discussing this week was about the importance of having a mailing list and how simple it is to set one up. Why do you, as an artist, need a mailing list? Well, you and I both know, okay, you don't really reach everybody that you are in contact with on your Facebook friends, on your Instagram friends. Pretty much all these platforms are just for people to watch. But I noticed that people have a better understanding as far as if you collect emails from people, you can actually keep in contact with them better because they're actually getting the direct contact from you. I know when I look in my emails, I'm not really too bothered that Spotify hits me up to tell me what songs just came out this week, which was The Cure. The Cure just dropped new music. Excuse me. I just love The Cure. But you're getting an update, a consistent update about what's going on with yourself. So, you know, I want to tell you guys how to set it up, and the simplest way, which I have been personally using, is MailChimp. And MailChimp is dope because, there's so much automation. A lot of artists tell me like they want to simplify their lives, but they don't want to like spend their entire day promoting. I love using these automation sites so that I can be able to tweet out or post up things without having to be stuck to a computer, even though I am every day. So you definitely, want to set yourself up, get yourself a mailing list together. If you have to spend an entire day just organizing and getting your contacts together, setting it up as a Excel file so you can upload it into this site. It's just so easy. And I feel like when people see numbers, like if you have, let's say, 30 people, because you don't want to start high, you want to start kind of like, with your realistic numbers. So let's say that you have 30 people in your contact list and you do an email blast, pretty much not to be so spammy, but just to let everybody know, hey guys, I have an EP coming out next month and, I want you guys to pre-order it or, keep a lookout, whatever. I appreciate you guys still rocking with me, blah, blah, blah. The good stuff to outline in your email. I would say out of 30%, 30 people in that contact list, maybe 15 will see it. Maybe 5 will unsubscribe and say, "Why is this motherfucking rep messaging me?" Like, but it's still the fact that they saw it, and you get like a detailed analytics about what the status is. Now, the other thing I was telling my members is that the best way to get the emails is that they allow you to set up a template where it acts like a landing page. You can put like a little bit of shameless promo in it, but your main goal is to try to extract and get emails from people. Even if you do shows, you want to let everyone know, I have a mailing list, sign up at my mailing on my mailer. This is the best way. So again, I think you guys should really look into it. And it's just good to just keep in contact with your fan base. Everybody is not going to remember you. They'll remember you in an email, but they will not remember you on these social media sites because everybody is just like everything's just so fast. So that's just one of the important things that I wanted to cover. All right, so that was the first thing. So again, Patreon members, they got the freebies earlier this week when I was dropping these jewels. And the other thing I wanted to discuss before I get into the first song is Pinterest. All right, now a lot of people when they hear Pinterest, they're thinking, okay, why I don't want to ping fashion and all that stuff. No, that's not what you have to understand that, you can't limit yourself to one site. You got to come out of the box a little bit. And I came out of the box with Pinterest because I noticed that, first of all, you can set up your Pinterest to be like a business page. So a business, content creator is kind of the same thing. But you set that up and you're able to, like, for instance, if you have merch, you can actually plug in your merch there, and of course, the fashionistas, they love shirts, they love all that stuff. If you have hoodies, it's just so easy. And even if you're not plugging in merch, you can always plug in like your Spotify links, you know, and it also gives you, again, a detailed analysis of how many people viewed it, how many people clicked it. So, this is the wave. There are so many celebrities that actually use Pinterest. Maybe some people want to get an idea, like your fans want to get an idea of your style, like, what kind of quotes you like, or, clothing or bedding, or, some how to's, things like that, DIYs. It's good to be like, personable, for people to get an idea, because anybody can just tweet and upload anything on Instagram. But if you're actually pinning things that people like, they follow you, and then you plug, and then you talk about what everyone likes. And then again, another shameless plug. That is the etiquette of that. Trust me. So, definitely been plugging people into a lot of interesting information. So that was that. So again, there's an article that I'm going to be unlocking this weekend on the Patreon. It's called Pinterest for Musicians and why, excuse me, Pinterest for Musicians, and it actually tells you why Pinterest is amazing for musicians and how you can use it, how you can curate it to exactly, how it fits for you. So that's the memo on that. So the first video I'm going to get into is by my sister. I have a little sister. She, I don't want to show my age, but you guys know my age. I'm 33. I'm proud to say I'm 33 because that's my angelic number. So she's my little sister. Her name is Tori, and she is a phenomenal, phenomenal artist. And, you know, I was so excited, like I was like a mom to this whole situation. She was telling me that she was getting ready to shoot a video, and, I didn't even hear the song at the time. So she was like, oh, I saw her posting up like the previews and stuff, and I was so excited. I said, oh my God, it's just it's so strange. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys have siblings that do music, but it's a big thing because that's definitely something that you guys can share. Black Sandcastle says dope news and content, all the sauce. He knows. I be dropping a lot of little driplets, so you guys can, be able to cook a meal. So again, I'm gonna get my sister's song on. Again, her name is Tori, and this song is called One Love. And I already hit her up. I was like, look, if you get like a message from YouTube or something that I played your song, like, can you just like say yes? Because, And she was like, okay. All right. So I'm going to get this on for you guys. This is New Music Friday, hashtag New Music Friday, the Minx Show podcast. And here we go.
I'm ready with all that love. One love. daytime, in the nighttime, in the daytime, in the nighttime, in the I'm ready with a whole lot of love, one love, I'm ready with a whole lot of love, one love, I'll be ready in the daytime, in the nighttime, we'll get high, it's gonna be alright, with a whole lot of love, one love, I'm ready with a whole lot of love, one love, I'm ready with a whole lot of love, one love, I'll be ready in the daytime, in the nighttime, we'll get high, it's gonna be alright, with a whole lot of love, one love, I'm ready with your
All right, all right, all right, all right. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Can you guys hear me over on Instagram? Let me know if you can hear me over on Instagram. Okay, so again, that was Tori, my baby sister, with her video, and I was just so excited to see that. She is just dope. Thank you so much. Thank you over on Instagram. Yeah, everyone's tuning in over there. I had to get one more, you know, get this live going. So we got everybody tuning in. We got Leonard Croft says it's a dope track. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to let my sister know that you're feeling the vibes to that. Okay, so thank you guys. All right, so I'm doing good today, guys. You see, I'm using my notes. Okay. All right. So, one of the other things we want to talk about, there was a few articles that kind of made me feel some kind of way, guys. Okay. So one of the things I want to talk about is Instagram. Okay, because Instagram isn't playing. They are not playing with these. Oh, let me put a little box here. I took my box away the other day, and nobody could see me. I felt some kind of way. All right, boom. All right, so this is about Instagram. So now Instagram is cracking down on the content that's being posted. So what they're doing is that they're restricting people, young kids, from seeing posts about cosmetic procedures and weight loss products. So, sorry, Kardashians, no more of that flat tummy tea shit. It's crazy because most of their fans are the younglings. So it's just, I kind of agree with this. With everything else that they chose to do with the whole algorithm changes, they really needed to crack down on this because we know that these kids are heavily influenced by any celebrity. You have a celebrity that tells you that they eat shit for morning in the morning. They saute that with some onions. They will fucking eat that, because their favorite celebrity is doing it. So now you got these kids that are trying to get cosmetic procedures because they don't love themselves or they're seeing all the imperfections. Why not just ban teens from these platforms altogether? That's just my thoughts. We don't need these kids being bullied and put down and made to be felt, feeling some kind of way and not feeling like they love themselves because they're so busy trying to keep up with these celebrities who claim they drink these flat tummy teas and shit, when in fact, and I'm an advocate when in fact they are getting cosmetic procedures to look that way. Shout out to 759 who just tuned in. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. So this is what we're where we're at, and I think it's kind of good. Once the school year started, they had to crack down on this shit. Okay, so it says Instagram will restrict people under the age of 18 from seeing posts that promote weight loss products or types of cosmetic surgery as part of a new policy that targets a rapidly growing controversial sect of influencer marketing. In some cases, posts may be removed entirely too. Instagram will apply the age restriction in cases where posts include an incentive to buy or are accompanied by a price for a product. The company will remove posts entirely if it makes a miraculous claim about certain diet and weight loss products and is linked to a commercial offer, such as a discount code. Shout out to DJ G1, G1, my homie. All right, and this article was featured on The Verge. Shout out to G Money, my love of my life, who just tuned in on Instagram. Thank you, babe. So here we go. All right, so we're gonna go back into this article. All right, so that was what that was about, and you know what? I'm not too mad about it. I think that the problem with these kids that are on social media, they need to start cracking down of, first of all, these kids are lying about their age, so I don't know how they plan on rolling that out. You know, DJ G1 says, I need beats, queen. I got beats on deck. Trust me, I got a couple of things up my sleeve. All right, so that's kind of good. That's good stuff. All right, so the other article that I saw that was really on some other shit, it says the music business wants to blow up copyright. And the Trump administration is on board. Oh Lord, anything that Trump is involved in. I mean, let's be honest, okay, guys. You guys, some of you guys are new around here, some of you guys are not. But there was a time where I was having, I did an episode where we talked about how Trump was going to change the laws that have to do with how we as artists get money for our intellectual property. So I'm not a Trumper. I'm just saying thank you, Trump, for that. That really hurt to say that. Thank you, Trump. Ugh. Anyway, so let's read this article here. Again, the music business wants to blow up copyright and the Trump administration is on board. This was on Bloomberg.com for the news section. So is this changing the rules would let composers borrow freely to create new hits? Oh, so you producers that like to sample, this may be something for you. Here we go. I ain't reading all that. You know how they start these stories. Okay, so I'm gonna get down to the second paragraph right here. It says, in the composer's eyes, infringement claims have gone too far. At one breakfast in July, they reenacted the 2015 copyright trial in which a jury found Pharrell Williams and Robin Thicke had ripped off Marvin Gaye's Got to Give It Up for their blurred lines. First of all, okay, I just want to get this one off, all right? It does not take a rocket scientist to know that song was ripped. I mean, I love Pharrell and everything. I'm down with the whole what they did for Clips and Justin and the whole Neptune's thing. But they kind of did take Marvin Gaye's song. I mean, even when I heard Blurred Lines for the first time, I said, this sounds just like Got to Give It Up. I mean, at least when, Aaliyah did her thing on it, she didn't steal it. You know what I mean? They copied this composition. I don't care what anyone says. This was a copy. Anyway, back to the article. So it says, so they won, the estate for Marvin Gaye won a $5.3 million judgment. So they say the tongue-in-cheek proceedings seemed by a judge whose day job is overseeing legal music issues at Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures production resulted the exact opposite verdict of the jury About 50 composers in the attendance overwhelmingly found that the newer song didn't copy Marvin Gaye's version. Again, I don't believe that shit. That sounded just like the same thing. And then recently, Katy Perry ripped a Christian rap song in her 2013 hit Dark Horse. The assembled composers shook their head in agreement that the jury of musical lay people just hadn't understood the difference between sounding similar and actually copying unique combinations of notes. Look, you guys already know what I'm going to say. As a producer, there has been several times that I've made a beat and I will always like let like my man or my peoples critique it. And if they even come out and say this shit sounds like, I kind of feel I'm like, I gotta go and fuck up, fuck with the beat a little bit more because if you're telling me my beat sounds like something that's out already, I really don't want to like pursue that beat. That shit goes in the trash. Can delete it. I could work on that beat for 3 days. It's going in the trash. Real True Words, what's goody? Another Patreon member. Thank you so much, True Words. I played his video last week. Make sure you guys subscribe and follow and do what you need to do to keep in contact with Mr. True Words. And I'm also going to have him on the show this season. We got to chop it up. But he says a lot of that has been going on. Of course, there's been a lot of that going on. And, as a producer, I don't really like to sample or copy anybody else's original works. This is why I kind of don't even like to sample because of the fact that, I like to be original. But, we all face those moments, that you may want to sample something. And, you know, some people can chop up samples better than I can, but I prefer to be an artist that doesn't sample, who doesn't use already like melodies and pads and all that stuff that's already painted out. I like a blank canvas. Okay, I mean absolutely no sounds. I don't rip sounds. I don't do none of that shit. It's just not. I'm not knocking anybody that does. What I'm saying is that Minx Couture doesn't do that as a producer. I want you to hear me. Okay, that's just my preference as a producer. But let's go back and finish up this article. So Katy Perry, they jacked a Christian rap group. All right, so here's what they plan on doing. So they say on September 23rd. Oh, they're talking about Led Zeppelin. There was another Led Zeppelin got sampled and or copied, or they created a beat that was inspired by them. So let me go down here. So it says the Beatles got inspired by so many black artists, then came hip hop, then everybody got sued. It's just fascinating that we all stand on the shoulders of giants. I guess so, because even they said this isn't far-fetched that someone would try to cash in on, say, an unregistered but totally familiar Santana solo. I know you guys remember Maria Maria, but this is what's going on, guys. So basically, what they're trying to do, long story short, what they're trying to do is that the Trump administration is looking into this copyright case because they feel like a lot of it is just like satire, like, do you really need $50 million for a song that sounds similar? Is this really just a coincidence that the songs sound the same? Is it just a coincidence that, the song maybe blew up more than the original composer? What are we doing about that? I don't think that they, when it comes to the only thing I think, because when it comes to being a composer, I am a real composer. The only thing I think is a little bit far-fetched. True Word says they're just running out of creativity. They kind of are. Even with movies in Hollywood, everything's a fucking remake. Hi, Josie. Josie's tuning in. So here's the thing. I think the only reason or the only way that they can make it fair, because now on social media, they are cracking down on everything that is what used to be for promotional purposes. For instance, I am in the third wave of beta testing for the new Vine that's coming out. I know you guys remember Vine, and some of you guys know I am obsessed with Vine. That was my favorite site. It was my favorite site. So I'm on the third wave of beta testing. And one of the things I asked in the forums to Don Hoffman and to those peoples, what are they going to do about monetizing? Because, people have their mind on money. Okay. If you have a song that goes viral, let's say back in the Vine days, if you had a song that went viral and people were making memes about it and people were doing like their own thing to your shit, you were grateful because even if you had negative feedback or positive feedback, you were still getting feedback by thousands and thousands of people. There was no body sitting there really saying, okay, you're going to get a copyright strike because you didn't use this song properly. You know, are we in danger of that? Like, how do we expect songs to go viral now if artists are really cracking down and getting smart and getting their copyrights together, getting their publishing together, registering their music? Now, let's say you have an artist that has done all of that. They're legit. Why do they have to suffer? You know, they can't even get their songs to go viral because there are being copyright strikes on your behalf as an artist. Like, you think you're all straight, like, I'm good. I get copyright strikes on my own songs. You know what I'm saying? If I play a song on the podcast or on the platform, on the radio station, wherever, they're muting my music when, I can't send my music to song reviews and shit like that anymore because now, they're telling me, we jumped in just a nick of time, Minx. Somebody was playing your song on Facebook. And I'm like, I know that. It was me. Oh, because we had to mute the file. And so you're not allowing me to get the correct promo that I need to get my songs heard. So I think they're going a little bit too far with that. I think the only way these copyright laws are going to work, there should be like they should sit and think about what is being malicious, vindictive, or what is, just honest and just trying to be promote them. True Word says it happened to me on YouTube. Yeah, a lot of artists tell me, their songs, they can't go and do song review shows on Facebook or anything like that or Instagram because they're blocking out the lives. They're like, I fucks with you and everything, but I ain't trying to get my show blocked because you legit, you know. Everybody wants to get their papes, but is it really a deterrent? Is it going to stop your career? That's one of the big issues that I was like, okay. So that article was very important. You guys can look at it on the Minx Show on Tumblr. These articles are also tweeted out on a daily basis. I'm always finding music industry news that, stands out to me. That really did stand out to me. And the last let me see, the last article before I get into the next song, we have a payola situation. A payola situation. Okay. Now, we know there's a lot of stuff going on in the music industry. We know that artists are buying their streams. We know that artists are paying DJs under the table. But why is the RIAA under fire by the United States government? We're going to find out now. This is from Digital Music News. This was an article that was published September the 6th by Marcia Silver. So here we go. It says United States Federal Communications Commission, which is the FCC, has formally demanded that the RIAA investigate payola in the music industry. So, an official letter sent to the RIAA, he further requested the organization's help in preventing the practice of payola from continuing, if it is in fact occurring. Come on, man, you know it's occurring. But anyway, it says the letter was shared with Digital Music News earlier this week and subsequently made public this morning. Recent reports from United States industry press raises concerns regarding the possible violations of federal laws and regulations that expressly prohibits payola, the letter starts. To the extent that payola is currently occurring within the industry, I'm writing to ask you for your help in ensuring that the practice be discontinued. While some have asserted that current payola restrictions violate the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, the Commission is obligated to comply with the governing statute until instructed otherwise by the courts or Congress. This payola is traditionally defined, refers to paying radio station employees either money or goods in exchange for playing certain records. Okay, so you guys can read this article. Now, this is the main reason. This is the main reason why when artists hit me up and they say to me, how much do you charge for plays, right? I don't charge for plays. I request a donation. That's two different things, okay? What does a donation versus being charged? That means that, you know, if you donate money, that means that, like, almost like when you get baptized or you want to get married or whatever, you don't pay the church, you make a donation. Like, here, thank you for pouring water on my child's head. Here's, $100, and, I hope you get these seats fixed. This is what it is. But you have literal DJs that say that they will not play your record on the radio unless you hit them off with 500 or 1,000. You know what I'm saying? This is just how the cookie crumbles. It's been like this for decades. True Word says, I think paying for streams is whack. I just don't do that. I guess that's why my numbers are low. Yeah, people are tricking it. You know what I'm saying? I always say the best thing for artists to do. I was just talking to an artist in the DMs the other night who asked me a very good question. How do you get streams? Well, if you buy a spot in a playlist that's popular, you know, I just don't understand the concept of these playlist streams, like these playlists. I get it. If I went to Spotify and I said, "Hey Spotify, I'm pre-releasing my music," and yeah, True Words, thank you. He says donations are a way of an appreciation. Exactly, like But then I said, I kind of would rather have a situation where if someone is a member, is a Patreon member or the member of my own community, it's just gonna be like, like Smooth Producer Midnight. How did I know it was his birthday? Besides the fact that we follow each other on Facebook and we have a good business relationship, but I feel like I can't possibly be like any other radio station because I know artists individually. Like I know you guys. It's like you're not like, oh, this is just another artist. Like I know you. You're like a cool person to me, especially if we're talking on a daily basis. But back to the hey Auntie Kim, Auntie Kim, guess what? I'm beta testing the new Vine again. I think this is the last wave. Me and Auntie Kim go way back. I'm gonna have her on the show. She's a comedian. But yeah, we beta testing, and it's coming out good. I'm just so happy that they're almost done. Thank God. But again, it's just very important that we have to understand. I don't trust these playlists. I don't trust playlists because there's been a time where I've been sitting there and somebody says, like, they'll send me an email, oh, join this rap Jolly Rancher playlist. I'm like, okay. What are the three things that artists are not doing? The first thing is you're not asking for analytics. I want to know how many plays this fucking playlist gets every month. Don't go based on the streams that you see on Spotify. I want to see the analytics. And I can show you the analytics for everything because they have the Spotify for artists. Okay, Spotify for artists. So I want to see the fluctuations. I want to see, how everything is going with that. So that's the first thing. Thank you. True Word says scams. Of course, everybody's a scammer. The other thing is that, do you actually listen to these songs? I mean, remember, I did a piece on this before. There are millions of songs that are on Spotify that don't have any music. It's just blank. It's just quiet noise, air. And these people are racking in millions of dollars because people are playing a freaking song that has no music. There's no music. There's nobody talking. It's just like on some Pootie Tang shit. Like, And then you're like, oh my God, I'm going to add that to my playlist. Most of these people are not real, like they're not real artists, like they made fake artists. So I can easily one day create a playlist and put some money behind it, and it be just blank noise and just a fake artist on Spotify, and then just take your money. Yeah, go ahead, get onto this playlist. Now, what I did suggest, however, what I did suggest is that artists in each city need to come together. Okay, I know you guys don't like this togetherness stuff, but I'm gonna enforce it. I'm gonna enforce it. You guys are going to work together. Okay, let me look over on my Black Sandcastle says Drake took a record of mine. Yeah, we talked about that. Sample-based producer for me, it's creativity for me. Of course, they all do that because people are frauding the entire system. Of course, of course. So this is my solution to make sure that artists stop getting scammed with these fucking playlists that are not legitimate. What you guys need to do is you need to go to your city, get the 10 best artists. I don't care if you do pop, R&B, I don't care. What's up, King Metaphorics, over on Instagram? I don't care who it is, right? I don't care what you can do it genre based or whatever. But since, we're mostly hip hop around here, we're going to say hip hop. So you get 10 good artists, 10 dope artists. They each put up $10. Okay. So that's $100. And then what you do is you take those songs and they put it in the playlist. And if 10 people are promoting the same playlist, that shit will blow. What's up, Gio? Gio says, I'm here because of Smooth. Oh, thank you, Smooth. Smooth producer. What's up, Chris B? Y'all are coming in now. What the fuck? So Black Sandcastle says, Submit Hub, try it. It's working for me. Yes, Submit Hub is good. I like that. But basically, I just wanted to end this off, this particular article, by saying, you guys have to investigate further. Investigate everything. If something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Okay? So you guys can't really sit and think that there's going to be some magical playlist that's going to put you on. You got to put yourself on. And that's the memo. You guys can check out these articles again on the blog. So we're going to get into a song. Chris B, what's goody? I got to get Chris B on here one day. He is totally shitting on all of our lives. The man is a masterful, he's a really good, he promotes himself very well. All right, so damn. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been getting so many emails. I posted up that the show was today, right? I sent out an email blast today, right? I'm going to have to start doing it Thursday night because you guys are sending me so much content and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. However, the etiquette of this is that you guys have to try to get to me way before, every Friday is a show. So you got to get me your music by Wednesday night, the latest, because a lot of people send me music. A lot of people send me donations. And obviously, we can be cool peoples and shit. But if somebody made a donation, I'm going to have to play them. Or if someone is a Patreon member, they're a loyal member, I'm going to have to play them. So I don't want nobody to think that this is a favoritism thing. I don't want anyone to think, oh, if I pay, then you'll play. No, I don't do that. I go with loyalty first. Loyalty points. True Word says, unless you find a curator for Spotify. Exactly. Exactly. All right, so I picked randomly the songs that were submitted. Now, here's how this is going to work. We're going to have the chat box up. Yeah, Black Sandcastle is a loyal member. I definitely want to get an interview with you too. I have to. This week was a little bit crazy. I just wasn't really feeling well this week, and I didn't have time to make a interview list for this week per se, but we're working on it. Okay, so I'm gonna get the comment box up. So here's how this is gonna work. I am going to play the first random song that plays. If you guys are not feeling it, then it gets shut off. Okay. And then you have to provide constructive criticism because we don't, this is not a, like the other Instagram shows or Facebook shows. Can we tag people here? Of course. I think you can. I think. Actually, no, I think you got to share the live on Instagram. I think that's how that works. You got to share it to them. I hate that process. All right, so again, this is how it works. You guys like it, I keep playing it. If you don't like it, I stop playing it. And you got to give me your synopsis as to why you think the song is not playworthy. All right, so here we go. We have a song. This one is by they sent me a long. So this person is called the song is called No More. It's by Poetic Killer. All right, so he has worked with Raekwon and Young Buck back in 2013. He has a mixtape out. All right, so this is what his management sent over. Again, No More. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I don't know what the hell. Why is why my freaking thing is acting up? It just seems like once they updated these phones, it's like now my phone is acting like it's lost its mind because I'm like, why can't you just open and play a song from a fucking email? Okay, so this is the reason why I see. I'm sorry, Poetic Killer, but you sent me a song that has no it has no song in it. I gotta send an email. Okay, so next person, Cartel Skull. Okay, so we're gonna get your song on another one. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one because that's the first song he put on here. You guys gotta get it together. Flames La Candela, what's goody? All right, so here we go. Cartel Symphony. Gonna get his song on. This is on SoundCloud.
Cartel.
Gross God.
Don't. 50 round drum on the bottom of the Draco. Put a shell catcher on the bitch. Brother selling work by the trunk low. You know I got my hands in the mix. Work coming in, ain't stepped on. Gotta have a way with that bitch. Test the little nigga and he ran off. I'ma put a hit on that bitch. Nigga wasn't really worth it. Cause you geeking off them Perkins. I gotta get my hands dirty. Gotta retire your jersey. That's one thing that's for certain. Give a fuck about your 50 round drum on the bottom of the Draco. Put a shell catch on the bitch. Test that little nigga and he ran off. I'ma put a hit on that bitch.
Auntie Kim says yes. She gives him a thumbs up.
Gross God.
Money machine and revolvers, the only thing ticking. Junkies keep knocking, they itching for a hitter. These lame bitches still breaking these niggas. These bitch niggas still doing time while they snitching. That's why
Chris
I won't
B
let you know
gives
none
it a
of my
thumbs up.
business. Nigga, I can't sell you no gun. Nah, I ain't got nothing for your blood. Nah, this ain't taking my cup. Tested him with the pack and he got lost. Then he got caught in the cross. Shooter outside of his house. Caught him on the shit of wiping and knocked his head off. The fuck did he thought? Like I wanna send a shooter. I got lawyer hitters, I ain't got bullet. So lawyer, they pull up and do it. For shooters, it stitch like a movie. Niggas getting lost in the triple cross. Getting next out trying to cross the boss. Nigga, what the fuck you niggas thought? I'ma show you what your pen is about. 2 cents won't matter. Shell catcher won't splatter. Yeah, nigga rattle. 50 round drum on the bottom of the Draco. Put a shell catcher on the bitch. Brother selling work by the trunk low. You know I got my hands in the mix. Work coming in, ain't stepped on. Gotta have a way with that bitch. Test the little nigga and he ran off.
I'ma put a hit on that bitch. Nigga, was it really worth it? Cause you geeking off them Perkins. I gotta get my hands dirty. Gotta retire your jersey. That's one thing that's for certain. Give a fuck about your 50 round drum on the bottom of the Draco. Put a shell catch on the bitch. Test that little nigga and he ran off. I'ma put a hit on that bitch.
Young nigga, yeah, I got shooters on the payroll. Nigga, pull up with that 30, get your face blown. Nigga, broad day, nigga, yeah, the case closed. Nigga, got him thrown down in the face, though. Nigga, come down, then I grew up on the kick, though. Nigga, full grew, walk head, lips, though. Nigga, remember, yeah, don't shoot us from the granny crib, nigga.
All right. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the track. I just think it needs to be secured the right way because you're hearing a lot of tags on it. So let's see. Cause hold on. All right. So Auntie Kim says she likes it. True Word says he likes it. She says she likes his laid back flow. Chris B gave it a thumbs up. True Words, he gave it the eye emojis. So I guess I see you. All right. So yeah. True Word says the tags are a no. Yeah. You guys got to understand. I know y'all be hearing some beats that y'all like and, trying to finesse it like the beat, like the tag is part of the beat. When you know good and damn well that tag ain't part of the beat. But again, this was a Cartel Symphony. So I'm going to give that, hold on, let me see. I got comments coming in. Black Sandcastle says, all right, it's okay. Yeah, he says 3 out of 10. With the mix and everything, I kind of give it a 6. I just think that the music was a little bit like the strings in the production. I think it was a little bit overpowering a little bit, and it's like it was I felt like I was playing double dutch with my ears, just trying to like catch the swing of it, But I definitely was feeling it. True Words gives it a 5. Yeah, it was a good song. I mean, I don't really see that as that record that is gonna put him on the map. That might be just something that it's good for like an album cut, but I don't really see it as a single. But maybe they can always come back and send me some more heat. That was a freebie, of course. She says I couldn't hear the mix down over this platform. Yeah, for some reason on Instagram, because I have this device that's plugged in. Hold on. I have this device that's plugged in that allows you to hear from my mixer. But Auntie Kim, I'm also live on YouTube right now. All right, because I got YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and I have Instagram as my outside, not directly hooked up. He says you take the tags off and it's a 7. True Words is hilarious. Okay, so quickly. I want to talk about a service review that I did for my Patreon members. I'm going to unlock this this video for you guys today. I reviewed a service called Flick. It's called Flick.tech. Flick.tech. Nice little, thing to it. Let me tell you about Flick.tech and why you guys are going to love me after I finish telling you about Flick.tech. So we all know for the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about these algorithm changes on Instagram and how it is blowing minds completely. So if you have $4.99 a month to spend, of course, with, a free trial, ladies and gents, I'm all about the trials. So Flick is going to be the new love of your life. It's an all-in-one hashtag platform. Now, I do a full synopsis of it on the video, so I'm not going to really go too crazy and talk about it on the podcast. I'm just going to give you guys a run around, the quick run around the entire platform. And then you guys can, on your spare time, take a look at it on my Patreon page. Hold on, what are these guys talking about over here? James Brown says, when I know a producer, I allow tags in the beat as promo for the producers so I don't have to say his or her name. That is a good point too. But a lot of these kids, and they're not really securing their beats the right way. And you've always been a straight arrow, John Hands, 100%. I think it's good because even on my songs, I put my beat tag in the beginning of the track, which is dope. But if the song is like repeat, like if the tag is repeating like every 10 minutes, like every 10 seconds, I'm gonna assume that you did not acquire that beat the right way. But shout out to John Hands. Shout out to John Hands. I gotta have an interview with him. Reach out to me behind the scenes, Mr. John Hands, so we can set that up. We got to talk about your new album. Okay. True Word says in the beginning it's cool if you want to promote the producer. Yeah, like in the beginning it's cool, but I have done this before. I'm not trying to act like I'm perfect. When I first started out, I tried to act like the tag was part of the beat. Like I would literally try to wrap around the tag like it was supposed to be there. So don't judge me. Okay. So, Flick, that's what we're talking about. So Flick, pretty much, we know when we take a picture and we want to promote ourselves on Instagram, we put a hashtag. What Flick does, it gives you the sister and the brother and the cousins of these popular hashtags. So I don't know if you guys noticed, you probably saw a couple of pictures I posted the other day, and the hashtags that we're using, you probably looked at them and said, why did she write that? That ain't nothing. If Kim Kardashian tweets out, it's not tweets, I'm sorry. If Kim Kardashian uploads a picture on Instagram and that picture contains the word, like rapper, because she's with her husband, right? Kanye. And then you have little Minx Couture who uses the hashtag rapper. And then Cardi B writes rapper. Who do you think is going to be seen? Obviously, the two people that have the amazing engagement. So you guys have to understand, at the end of the day, you're going to have to invest in yourself. And I invested a week trying out Flick, and I have seen about 60% increase on visits to my profile, and as well as people following me and people liking my posts because I'm not using the popular hashtags. So again, I'm going to unlock this post for you guys tonight. I'm going to actually share it to my social media so you guys can see the video that I made for Flick. And my Patreon members already saw it. Again, sorry that they get exclusive stuff. Okay. All right. So the last two topics I want to talk about. The topic of one of the things that really blew my mind this week is that Twitter decided to give me back my Twitter account, and I told them to go fuck themselves. I don't want it. It's just a real annoying situation for me. This is like the fifth time. It's like almost like going back to the same, hey Shaq, going back into like a bad relationship. Like, this person is abusive. This person makes you feel some kind of way and you just keep going back like an idiot. That's how I feel with Twitter with this Minx Couture account. At first I was pissed off. They were like, here's your Patreon, here's your Twitter page. And I said, you know how y'all are making me look? Y'all are making me look like I'm chasing clout, that I'm trying to make it seem like there's a big fucking conspiracy about my account so I can get more followers. Like I just don't want the problems. Okay. Now back to etiquette. When you're sending music to radio stations, DJs, and random people, I really think that you guys really need to start contacting people in a better way. Okay. I don't think the hey fam, yo bro, yo sis, yo this, yo that, emojis is going to get you anywhere. People send me messages like that all the time, and I actually just like disregard it. However, if you send a message or email to someone that is in radio, someone that does DJing or whatever, and you send a message that is professional, kind of, there are so many templates online, there's no excuse. You should have an EPK, okay? An electronic press kit. You should have a press kit handy when you're sending out emails to these people, because then you just look like a teenager. You look like a teenager that's just trying to get put on. So you guys really need to work on the etiquette. You're not going to get freebies. People charge for everything. Okay, everything is not a fucking scam, but people do charge because they have families and they have lights to keep on. So if you're going to send an email hey yo fam, you got to check out this new fucking fire heat, bro, sis, and all of that. No one is going to listen to that. True Word says you could probably get more engagement from a 10,000 post hashtag than 1 million. Exactly. See, True Words gets me. He gets it. He's actually a Patreon member as well. He gets me. So you guys have to really think about it. The other thing is the etiquette with DMing your posts and stories. I get why people do that, but I don't even do that. And people send me their posts, and I'm just like, okay, why do y'all do that? I personally need to know. Could somebody please tell me why the fuck y'all do that? I be chilling and then I get like a DM and I'm thinking that somebody wants to talk to me or have a conversation with me, and it's a post. You're sending me your post. Like, bitch, you ain't seen this post? Now you going to see it because I'm going to get the notification that you saw it. I don't think that that's right. I don't think that's a good etiquette thing. And the last thing is the comment section. The comment section, you guys need to do better in the comments. If you are engaging with someone that you are following, I think the most dumbest shit that you guys can do is spam the comments with your own personal thing. If you're following someone, try to get to know them. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in their DMs and looking for shit. Try to get to know people for real. This is how you keep fans. I know my fans. I know what's going on in their lives. I check out their podcasts. I check out their music. This is not just a me thing. I hate me motherfuckers. I can't stand that. Yeah, I heard your song. Would you like it? Yeah, I liked it. But if I play it today and tomorrow and the next day, I don't think it's going to matter. You know, if your song has replay value, it's going to get replay value. It's going to get the plays. But don't sit there and force the shit. You makes you look desperate. So a lot of y'all need to stop doing that as well. And last thing that I want to say this, before I close out the show. I have a couple of rants. 2 rants actually. I don't give a fuck about what's going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine. I really think that half of these rappers, these new age rappers, are all informants anyway. I just think that a lot of these artists that blow up so fast, like overnight type shit, I just don't, I'm not really feeling that. It's just very suspect to me. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine, like, oh, how interesting, you fucking have rainbow hair and you were going to stand out anyway because you were different. You know, shout out to Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. She's I actually followed her from Big Seven's show, and she is has a very beautiful voice. She's like, I'm not gonna say, and I hate when people say the next something, but she kind of has like a swag that's like smooth like a Leah. So I really like her style. I'm gonna get her song. I'm gonna politic with her behind the scenes because I want you guys to hear it too. So I just want to, talk to her personally. So I don't care about Tekashi 6ix9ine. I don't think anyone should care. Again, I think that he was an informant to begin with. I don't think that all of this shit is new. And y'all are surprised about this whole snitching shit. Everybody snitches. I don't care what anyone says. If you have a family, like these guys run around like this is a code, like no snitching. Okay, we're in 2019. Okay, motherfuckers are so quick to save themselves. You really think people will not snitch on you in a heartbeat? Especially when you have mouths to feed and you got your own money game going. Like, come on, like it don't work that way. Niggas is snitching. That's what they doing. Okay. They will snitch on their own mother. This is the type of world that we live in. There's no code in hip hop. That code, that etiquette of being a rapper it's not the same. And it never will be ever again. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say. Tekashi 6ix9ine, who cares? They're all informants. They're all protecting each other. This is what they do. Hip hop was infiltrated by the US government a long time ago. How other way were they going to extract information about who was part of what gang and who's moving what guns and who's moving what drugs, unless you place an artist in there that is an informant that can be able to gain the trust? And you know what I'm saying? I know y'all watch Power. Y'all know how that gets down. The other rant that I have is about this Fantasia Barrino shit. Okay. Y'all just love to make dumb shit go viral. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get like the important shit to go viral, just what this dumb bitch had to say. And I call her a dumb bitch because she is, okay? I don't understand. Maybe it's the alpha female in me, but I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of you dudes who were sitting there tee-heeing, oh yeah, I agree with her. Okay, you are in no position to have any bitch submit to you. Okay, you're not in a financial position. You're not in a mental position. You don't have a 401k. You don't have nothing going for you. You can't even fucking rub two dimes together. And you guys are talking about you want a bitch to submit to you. Okay, let me tell you what submission is. Okay, as a woman that appreciates her man and loves her man and cooks and cleans and does every little dirty thing he asks, don't mean that this dude is going to stay. Okay? It's not going to happen. I don't care if you submit. Okay? I was arguing with so many dudes this week. Oh, well, if I had a wife, exactly. If you had a wife, you are not married. Okay? A lot of y'all are commenting and leaving and having these backs and forths and shit on shoes you will never stand in. That's the first thing. Okay? Now, if a woman wants to cater to her man, that's her business. But Fantasia, let's just keep it real, honey. You're a homewrecker. You destroyed a family. Why would any person of sound mind listen to you? Like I told my homie on LA show, I said to her, taking advice from Fantasia Barrino is like asking an abortion doctor how to raise my child. Are you serious? And having been a person that went through that, being on that side of the fence, Alicia Keys, all these bitches, I don't care about your opinion, okay? You cannot turn these hoes into housewives, okay? And the women that are housewives and they do what they're supposed to do, they're getting cheated on because they're looked at as boring. They need some excitement. You know, my wife is, or my girl is, you're going to get cheated on regardless, whatever fucking way. If you find somebody that's good for you and you making it work and you guys are working as a team, that's what a relationship is. There's no fucking submission. The only thing submission around here is submissions at minxradio.com. I'm just keeping it real. I don't think any of you guys should have and place these false things in your head thinking that you're going to find a bitch that's going to be on some yes or massa shit, because it ain't going down. Stephanie says exactly. I say the same thing. Violence and bullshit always goes viral over something positive. Exactly. You're never going to see positive shit that's ever going to go viral because it's just corny. You know, it's like, oh yeah. I literally, I got so used to seeing clickbait shit, pornographic shit. You know, you get, you know, Instagram, excuse me, on Twitter today, you know, somebody said, don't click on this, and I'm a dumbass, and I clicked on it, and I saw something I didn't want to see, and, you know, this is the life that we live in. What we have to do as people is we have to start snuffing out the negativity with something positive. My man and I have been together for 4 years, and that is because we are equal. I don't submit to nothing, okay? We are equal. There's no head and there's no neck. We don't know. So Fantasia, you broke up a family. I ain't taking advice from you. Sorry, not me. I get it, you know, I understand, but people want to put men as the head of the household when a house can't be a home unless there's two people that work together to keep that house together. Now, y'all can do this whole submission bullshit. Get a dog. That's how I feel. So, last thing before I close out the show. I know I said last thing twice, but this is going to be the last thing. Recently, this week, I know my manager is going to kill me, but I have to talk about it. If you are a podcast or radio person, or you are a person that knows a podcaster or a person that does radio, I'm just going to say this. If I come to you, like as you see, I always look in the comments, I'm like, oh, I want to talk to you, and oh, I want to do this. If I say, Auntie Kim said she wanted to kill herself sleeping with a married man, but now she married an expert. See, this is why Auntie Kim got to come on the show. See, this is perfect example. So if I am inviting Auntie Kim onto the show, I want people to know Auntie Kim. I want everyone to know why mouth harassing a hamburger. It's so weird to say it with a straight face. Why mouth harassing a hamburger went viral. Why, it is not the proper etiquette for me as a person in radio and in podcasting to say to Auntie Kim, you got to give me money to promote the show, and that shouldn't happen. And any of you guys that are talking to radio shows and things like that, if they are inviting you on, you shouldn't have to pay for shit. But if you're trying to get exposure and you're reaching out and they're like, this is a donation fee or whatever, just pay it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're being invited, then no. This happened to me. Okay. I will say this, and I don't care who wants to get the smoke from all of this. I don't do interviews for free. Like that, you have to pay me because I don't care how big your platform is. If you're inviting me onto your show and you want me to talk about my shit, dropped my sauce, you want me to tell you my sauce, my little ingredients and things I put into my soup, why do I have to pay you? Makes no sense. So that ain't happening. So moving forward, to any of you radio people, okay, because I know that you guys see what I'm doing and I know you guys admire my hustle. I want to break bread with everybody that's trying to help these unsigned artists. But the difference between me and you is that I'm really here to help unsigned artists. I'm really here to help give information and help you guys educate yourself and get people to come on the show to tell you how to better brand yourself and all that. I'm the one doing the footwork. So why do I have to pay to promote your shit? You should already have that established. So I was a little bit ticked off, and they probably will watch it and they'll probably will see it. But there is no reason, unless you are an artist and you feel really grateful that somebody invited you onto the show, give them something to turn the lights on or keep the lights on, like, $20 or something. Buy them lunch, buy them whatever. But don't fucking sit there and send me an email trying to get a conversation started and I'm being professional. And then at the end of the conversation, after we done sat there and tried to solidify this interview, to sit there and try to charge a bitch and use your reasoning behind that by issuing me publications that haven't been active since 2015. Sorry, you missed out on that. That wasn't cool. There can be two podcasts in the Bronx. That's the beef that I'm going through right now. All of these people that are in New York, that are in the Bronx, that feel some kind of way. But, do it right. Are we going to break bread together, or are you going to throw breadcrumbs at me? Because what I'm going to do is with those breadcrumbs is I'm going to make a delicious salad. Don't fucking play with me. You can ask the majority of the artists that have come onto the show, I don't charge them because I really want to sit down and talk to them. But if I don't know you from Adam and you want to come to me, talk about you got 176,000 followers on Instagram and you the next nigga, you the next one that's up, yeah, you're going to have to donate. You're going to have to donate. But majority of the people that I really believe in, most of these people have not paid me shit. So I don't ask for nothing. Only thing I ask, become a member. That's it. Become a member of the Minx Show. So that was the show for today, guys. Etiquette. You guys need to have etiquette in this business. There's a lot of people that don't have manners. There's a lot of people that don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. And the only thing that you can do as an artist to protect yourself is to make sure that you go into this as if this is a job. You're not going to go in a job interview talking that, yo, bro, yo, fam, y'all hiring. You're not going to do that. So don't do that to these people because you can be shooting yourself in the foot. You're going to go into the hell no pile. And on top of that, I got scammed this week. But it was good. I was glad I got scammed this week because now this person can't scam nobody else. It was a minor snafu, you know. This guy really thought he was smart, but I have PayPal for business, bitch. And I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching. I got PayPal for business. So when they yoink my money back, because I knew this dude was a scam, I just wanted to, something wasn't right. It was bothering me. I was like, something is not right with this nigga. And he wanted to do business. And I did business. And he did not deliver. So now he's about to lose his fucking accounts. He said, talk your shit. I'm trying, honey. So yes, I got scammed this week. It was, nothing too crazy, a little bit of money. But, I have to take the L for the team, ladies and gentlemen. How am I going to be able to expose these mofos? So I want to just have everything resolved first before I drop I got pictures. I got the whole family's pictures. I got everything. So I want to get it resolved 100% before I actually drop the whole story behind it. But yes, I got scammed this week and I'm working on it. So I really do appreciate you guys, especially the new people that came. And then they're logging me off of Instagram. Hold on. Instagram is so stupid. It's like, hold on. Instagram is so stupid because what they do is like they don't give you enough time. They're just like, we'll give you an hour, bitch. So I got kicked off, but it's okay. I just logged back in. So what I'm going to do, so These Hands award for him is actually postponed because I'm still waiting for the finalization letter that I just like filleted his life. Okay, so all the newcomers and people that want to have their songs played on the podcast, again, the Minx Show podcast is on so many different platforms. We are an audio visual platform. We have the audio that is on YouTube that's streaming live, and we're all live. We have YouTube, we have Periscope, we have Twitch. I love Twitch. I'm a gamer. So YouTube Live, Twitch. I have Facebook Live. I have Live Me. I have Instagram. So these are my live. Now, the podcast that I recorded tonight, the audio that you guys are hearing, it gets uploaded into my servers on Anchor, and then it goes to Spotify, it goes to iHeartRadio, it goes to Apple, and my radio station, which is Minx Radio. So become a member of the Minx Show podcast with Patreon. Every week, I am uploading information on how you can better promote yourself and basically just articles that are here to help you. And these are articles that I single-handedly write. So the articles that I am unlocking tonight is how I hacked Instagram's algorithm. I am unlocking how to use MailChimp for musicians. I'm unlocking, I think this was locked, I'm not sure. Indie on the Move, which is my database that I have. And the importance of mailing lists. I'm unlocking this, guys, for you guys. And using Instagram hashtags, but better. And of course, my service review that I have. So I'm unlocking these articles tonight. And again, if you become a Patreon member and I post these articles, you get them first. You don't have to wait all the way until Friday to get a head start on how you can actually promote yourself better. So this is the Minx Show podcast. And I'm signing out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next week, we'll be here at 10 o'clock. I'm actually working on a very important interview. I got to hit up my manager about it. But we're trying to get a really good guest to come on, someone that is on television. So if you're interested in becoming a guest on the Minx Show podcast, please email me at submissions@minxradio.com so that this way we can better facilitate your needs. And there's 2 interview sections. You have the exclusive, and then you have the New Music Friday, which is a 15-minute interview. Exclusives are 30-minute interviews, so keep that in mind. Patreon members obviously come first. And Black Sandcastle says, Minx is fan, we got to get music done. Yes, my EP is almost done. November, I'm pushing November the 2nd for my EP to be done with. All right. And, we're releasing new music. I'm dropping snippets and all that good shit. So I'm going to close out the show with another submission that was sent in. Did I play this already? I think I did. Okay, so I have a song from, what's his face? Frankie Wheeler. Sorry, you're too late, sir. Peter Reimer. Yes, Peter Reimer has a song and it's called, okay, so Peter Reimer is a UK Afro hip hop artist, comedian, and events host, all the way out from the UK. That makes me feel some kind of way. And we're going to close out the show. Have a great evening, ladies and gents. The song is called So Magical.
You know what? This is crazy. Like, trust me, oh my days. Like, the way you make me feel, innit? Look, listen, okay? Ooh, so magical, yeah. Hey, yo, beats. Girl, you make me smile. Oh, damn, it's been a while. This is why it's magical, so magical, so magical. Girl, you make me smile. Oh, damn, it's been a while. This is why it's magical, so magical, so magical. Every time I think about you, you got me grinning, got me thinking, what we will. How do you do this, baby? You got me going crazy. I can't deny it. You know that I like it. I really do, I really do. And it's because of you, yo. Every time I think about you, really need to know. You make my heart melt, cause you're really beautiful. You're so unique, you give me happy feet. Oh baby, my pretty lady, I'm glad you're in my life. Ooh yeah, girl, you make me smile. Oh damn, it's been a while. This is why it's magical, so magical, so magical. Girl, you make me smile. Oh damn, it's been a while. This is why it's magical, so magical, so magical. And the fact you're sincere and a model too, it's like I won the lottery times two. Ooh, yeah, it's true happiness right here. Cause you really care, which means a lot to me. And the fact you're beautiful and great company, it's just an added bonus. I'm really winning in life, I'm feeling so blessed. Yes, yes, yes. Emoji picker, you the best. Cause every time we snap, you send us straight back. That's how I know you're really special like that. Cause you're thinking of me and missing me equally. That's when I start to grin. Ooh yeah, girl, you make me smile. Oh damn, it's been a while. This is why it's magical, so magical, so magical. Girl, you make me smile. Oh damn, it's been a while. This is why it's magical, so magical, so magical. Just talking to you makes me really happy. That's why I had to do this song, cause you're really lovely. You capture my heart, you capture my soul. You got me feeling like I'm never alone. And just for that, I really had to show you. Like a permanent scar or a tattoo, you left your mark on me so instantly. And the fact you're beautiful, you're my cup of tea. Haha, you know, silly like that. I bust bad jokes just to be entertaining. Cause life's too short, I gotta see you smiling. Cause that's how you make me feel, as if I took a happy pill. I'm on a natural high. And every time you have to go away, I'm like, damn, I really hate goodbyes. Cause girl,